Right, so here's another one. What it's like running an online business, and it's wanting me to sort of just everyone thinks running an online business means freedom and passive income. Here's the reality, not to be cliche or anything, but I think I think people say all the time, oh, it's not passive income and it takes work and all that. It's like that's up to you to decide if you want it to be passive income. If you don't want it to be passive income, obviously there's work sort of needing to be done in the beginning stages for it to become passive income. But you can make it passive income, and I think people, I guess, have maybe their own understandings of passive income. But yeah, you can definitely make any business very passive, as long as and I'm going to get into that. So it says the it's wanting me to share 2 to 3 surprising truths of challenges I face regularly. So I'd say the challenges I face regularly are just small ones, because those are the ones that realistically 90% of the time are things that cause the biggest waves. Like if there's a big problem, it usually becomes very apparent and obvious what the solution to that problem is. So it doesn't even really become a problem. Like it's just 90% of the time it's just blown out of proportion. If it's a big problem, there's a big solution because it's just very obvious what it is. When it's a little small thing that you can't really nail your finger down onto, like you just can't drill down to it. Those are the sort of things I'd say that cause the most issues, for one, and also are the things that sort of come up more regularly than not. Um, yeah, definitely. I'd say that that's the biggest regular thing is just small little things like deciding, like, and it's weird because I would say they're small, but it's like deciding on how can I put this into perspective that just anyone could understand. Um, like if you're running a I'm really trying to think because I can't really think of an example, because when you do get all these sort of regular things that come up or surprising truths, challenges, so when you do sort of face these things, you just need to just always, you find the solutions to them, obviously, but then you need to make sure that the solution is something that's not a one-time fix. It's a fix that just fixes it forever. Because you know what the problem is, you know where it's came from, and that just fixes it forever. So a regular sort of task is making sure that any small thing that can go wrong, realizing that it will go wrong as per Murphy's Law, and you make sure that you have something in place to make sure it doesn't go wrong. And that's realistically all that you, I'd say, when you're at a point where you have people that sort of do like contract for you and work for you, etc. You make sure that they have all the tools available to them and all the sort of problems that may arise and all the solutions for those problems, so that they ain't a problem. Like they should just have all the solutions for everything, as far as the mind can think. Genuinely speaking, and I think that's where, when you're at a point where you have hires and you're not necessarily needing to be directly in it, you should be focusing on literally covering all bases, and then when all bases are covered, then you have something there, so to speak. And then it says surprising truth. A surprising truth is that it can get very boring, especially when you've went from doing it yourself and doing it all the time to now not being able to just do. You literally need to take a step back and be able to, like I said, just create them systems, create them protocols, whatever it is that you call them, SOPs, flipping systems, strategies, flipping cogs, mechanisms, whatever it is, just working on those and making sure they're literally airtight. I think that's like it can get taxing, because it doesn't seem as if those things actually generate any sort of result now, but they do. They those small things generate the most result a lot, like across the board, like genuinely. Those small things that come up that people can't just think and fix, but you can, or you're able to put the time into doing it. I'm telling you right now, that's really where the gold is at, to be honest. So then, what makes it worth it? I'd say, to be honest, what makes it worth it is actually being able to, like, not the work itself or even working with the clients, so to speak. I think it's genuinely just the opportunity you're able to provide for other people, and being able to teach them, show them the ropes, and being able to pay them and giving out bonuses and things like that. I think that's really where it comes down to, and just having a positive impact on someone's life and actually, like, I guess, improving their life based off of just sort of the grind that you put in. Like, it's not just positively affecting you, but it's positively affecting the people around you, the people you're hiring, and just I think that's really where the beauty of it is. Like, that's what makes it worth it. I don't think the doing it itself, or whatever business model you're in, I don't think it's the doing itself, unless you're like in a one person business model. But even then, that's still, you are able to positively impact like people that you're helping, or positively impact the people around you and your family and things and your neighborhood and your friends and whatever. I think that's where it becomes worth it, and being able to do that. I don't think anyone really finds the love for something in the doing it itself, unless they've associated the doing it properly, like completely linked them and made them one, the doing it, with the feeling and the satisfaction of being able to help people. That's the only time that you'd maybe say that, oh yeah, the doing it is where it's at, because you've completely like linked that with being able to help people, which is a very good thing, to be honest. So I'd say that's it. And then I would suggest, if you are in a business, again, I'd say this is more so for people that have already at a point where they've been able to hire. Make sure, and this is a big one, like, and I said at the beginning, but I think people get it misconstrued, thinking they're able to just hire people and just dump things on them. See if you're not going to do it. See if you literally look at that and think, oh, I can't be bothered doing this, or I don't want to do it. You do it. Like, you should be the only person doing it. Like, you can't just give it on to someone else. Like genuinely speaking, genuinely, it just doesn't make sense. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can just hire your way to success, but geez, man, like, I'll be honest. As soon as one thing goes wrong and you need to solve it, unless you've hired like perfection that just can do it for you and knows everything about it, you're still going to be the one that has to do it at the end of the day. So just make sure you're willing to do it at the start of the day, so that you don't need to do it at the end of the day. I'd say that's it. That's the quote. Do it at the start of the day, so that you don't need to do it at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to do it if you ain't willing to do it. Simple, like, I don't even know. Like, I'd say that's about it, to be honest. Do it at the start of the day, so that you don't need to do it at the end of the day. Peace!